It's out of control.
That was once too many, Rick.
Yeah. As soon as she starts arguing, it deals off.
This is what happens when you don't pay attention to the bills, you know, all of a sudden it's like, oh my God. It's
Yeah, it is, oh my God. She doesn't know what I spend, and I don't know what she spends.
Your spending on stuff is over the top.
Stuff. We know what?
Help!
I've been a dental hygienist for 11 years.
And I'm an electrician.
And we have two great boys, Cameron and Ryan, and they're 8 and 5.
I was at school 2 years ago. I think that kind of put us in our situation that we are now.
I don't want to be in debt anymore. I'm tired of it. Do you know how much we make every paycheck?
Our combined income is around 130.
Around 150,000 a year.
No, I'm not going to tell you.
You don't know.
At the end of the month, I don't know how much we have.
I'm the one who does it all.
Okay, where's the date?
Because I just pay things.
That's what I want to see.
Who cares about the date?
I don't budget.
I'm the one who does it, not you.
I care.
I want this.
We buy everything for the boys.
He's 8 years old. He doesn't need $120 rollerblade.
Richard is the best father. He's a good dad. He's daddy and I'm mommy, and mommy does the bills and does the groceries and does the laundry, and daddy's fun.
I think she should look back and think of the bills before she starts spending.
We're in a time of our life where we feel we deserve it.
She likes to go and have her pedicure and, you know, her hair.
You know, we have to learn how to save for it to buy it later, and we don't.
Gail, help us do it together.
This month, I'll help this couple move from red to black. I've been solving money problems for over 20 years, tackling everything from high finance to low income. I help people understand money and debt, which is still a huge mystery for most folks. And it's the #1 reason couples split up. So now I'm making house calls. After 25 years together, Cheryl and Richard are at an impasse. They both work long hours, and Rich overindulges the kids to try and compensate. Now their $45,000 of consumer debt just won't go away. They're squandering a very good income. So I'm here to put an end to the waste. Gail Vaz-oxlade, nice to meet you.
Welcome to our house.
A quick look around the house shows me they're not into extravagant living. It's not ostentatious. You're not a showy couple.
I don't think so.
And the boys are everywhere. There's not a lot of fancy. It's just simple and comfortable. The garage, however, paints a different picture. A room full of wheels. 4 kids' bikes. 1, 2, 3 scooters. And I bet you have every single screwdriver in every single color.
I have 3 toolboxes, so I need
Why do you need 3?
Rich, you got some cleaning up to do. Rich, you tell me why I'm here.
because of Cheryl.
No, there must be another reason. Because, you know, when I look at your tapes and I look at your paperwork, I see an incredible sense of desperation about this $40,000 debt that will not go away. Have you not consolidated 3 times already?
We're on our 3rd time.
Borrowing against your mortgage to pay off your consumer debt is a good strategy since mortgage rates are usually lower. Make sure you cancel those credit cards once you've consolidated, though, or you'll end up like Cheryl and Richard, deeper in debt.
I think it stems when Richard went back to school.
Yes.
Because at that time, we had bought the house, we had Cameron, maternity leave.
Maternity leave.
So it's all a matter of not being able to keep up.
Yeah.
But you know, Rich thinks that you spend a lot of money on stuff you shouldn't be spending money on.
I know.
Like you're incredibly self-indulgent.
I know.
Oh my God, you get your hair cut.
Yeah.
She thinks you spend way too much money on the kids.
When it comes time for the
It's
kids.
hard.
No.
What's hard?
Because you can't falter him.
No, because he's taking care of the kids.
Yeah.
They're your babies. And he's just doing the things that he wants to do for them. But not if he's spending money he can't afford.
He doesn't know that. That's the problem.
Because he's not doing the money.
That's it.
Your spending on stuff is over the top. You're spending almost $1,000 every single month in a department store.
Wow.
You're spending another $170 in an automotive store.
Really?
Yeah. And you're spending almost $200 in stores that we can actually identify as kids stores. So all in all, you're spending $1,500 every single month on that stuff. Stuff. A balanced household budget usually allows for about 25% to be spent on life. Everything from entertainment to clothing to food. These guys are way off track. Instead of spending the usual 25% of your income, you're spending over 60%. Over $5,000 a month.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God. All in all, outside of your mortgage, you owe $45,000. There's that $40,000 again.
All the time.
Yeah.
Here's the really ugly part. You're paying an average of 17% in interest.
No.
Right now, you're making payments of just under $1,000 every month. At this rate, it'll take you 6 years to get out of this.
Yeah.
That's why
Is
it
that
will
worth-
never go away.
I know.
Right now, you are spending $2,100 every month more than you make.
Whoa.
In 5 years, you know that $40,000 of recurring debt that you can't seem to get rid of? $630,000 in 5 years.
We're like the worst. Oh my God.
Do you want to fix it?
Of course.
Absolutely.
So it doesn't matter what I tell you to do, you'll do it?
Come on. We got to get out of this mess.
Rich? It doesn't matter what I tell you to do, you'll do it?
I'll do whatever it takes.
Okay, I'm in too.
Are you in?
Of course.
Over the next 4 weeks, we'll address this couple's consumeritis and get them to declutter their lives. I'll teach them about planned spending and get them to focus on their relationship as a couple. Moving forward, we have some new rules. First of all, you're going to learn to live on cash. Second of all, you're going to have some challenges to do. If you do all the challenges to my satisfaction, I'll give you up to $5,000 to help you get rid of all this debt. If you don't do the challenges, you don't get the money. And so the very next thing you have to do, get me your debit cards and your credit cards. They're gone. Coming up, cleaning out the clutter.
Stuff.
This robot has to go.
Cheryl and Richard have great paying jobs, but have no clue where the money's going.
It's difficult to say where it's all going to, but we're always in debt.
Rich thinks that you spend a lot of money on stuff.
I would like to get my toes done every
Show me your toes. Those are beautiful toes. Do you have to spend as much money as you spend on tools?
Yes.
Brings money.
Oh, yeah.
One thing they do admit to is spending way too much on the kids.
Richard and I really don't have a life anymore. It's the boys.
These two need to learn that it's not how much you make, it's how much you spend. So now they're going to have to live by my rules. For the next month, this couple will learn to live on a strict cash budget. No more credit cards. They'll complete weekly challenges to tackle their money and relationship issues. And if they're willing to change, I will reward them with thousands of dollars to pay down their debt. No changes, no money. You don't get these back.
That's cool by
Since
me.
you don't have credit cards anymore, you're going to have to learn to live on cash. Every budget has two parts. It has fixed expenses, things like your mortgage payments or your car payments that we can't do very much about. And it has variable expenses, things like clothing, groceries, entertainment, that I can do something about. And so I have cut your variable expenses.
I don't want to know. You're scared.
I've cut them by 57%. So you're going from about $4,000 a month to about $1,700 a month. You're going to have $175 a week for food. You're going to have $113.75 for transportation, $57.50 for entertainment, $37.50 for clothing and gifts, and $45 for other. Every week I'll bring back your bank card and you can go to the bank and refill your jars. The first thing you have to do is get to the end of the week before you get to the end of the money. Since you will be living on cash, you need a record, and that's where this comes in. This is the budget binder. And in the budget binder, we have a list of all the money that you have. So, go to the supermarket, you spend $75. You come home, you put a $75 receipt in the jar.
Receipts.
You write 75 here. No cheating. And then you know you only have $100 left. The first step to getting out of debt is to conquer consumeritis. I have a challenge for these two that will help to drive the point home. I'm so glad you could join me here today for your life lesson challenge. Life lesson.
What does that mean?
Which is horrible.
Well, you know what? In your life, you're spending a lot of money. And you're spending money on stuff that you don't need to spend money on. You have a lot of stuff. Your challenge this week is to declutter your house and have a garage sale.
A garage sale?
Yes. You are going to take everything that you have not touched in the last 12 months and you are getting rid of it.
All right, things that I don't use. This I don't use. This I don't use.
This I think I've only worn once. Those. The kids though won't want to get rid of anything.
This robot has to go.
He's really popular. You know? A lot of money for him. Oh, mommy, I want this, and then they'll go in the box and take it out. And oh, mommy, you can't get rid of that. And
You want to put that one in the garage sale?
that's good to go. Oh yes.
$55, $60,
Oh,
$160.
nice. Well, it decluttered our house.
It decluttered. It decluttered, but also it told me that there was a lot of money sitting in the house, doing nothing.
Do you know we seem to be spending a lot of time in your garage?
Yeah.
Why?
I think it has to do with all the stuff you have.
Stuff.
Gone.
How did you do with the garage sale? How much you make?
$160.
How does it feel?
Good.
Less
Yeah.
cluttered?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Breathe a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Did you get to the end of the week before you spent all the money?
Oh,
We have
yeah.
lots of money left.
Yeah.
Why would you have lots of money left?
You know why?
Gas
Because
price
it's
was down.
all visual. And I think both of us are on it together
We
now.
see
It's not
what's
just
going-
me,
yeah.
it's Rich too now. And Rich
It's
is
easier
like,
to see what's going in and what's going out.
Like most couples, Cheryl and Richard have tried to budget. But Rich's freelance jobs sometimes throw a wrench in the works because he often ends up paying more for his parts than he makes on the job. Okay, so this week's challenge is a budget booster challenge. Rich, one of the problems when you work is that you take the money from the family coffers to buy supplies for the jobs that you're doing. Unfortunately, what that means is that leaves Cheryl trying to figure out where the $200 that you may just have spent has gone. You're going to create a float for buying those supplies. And what I want you to do, Cheryl, is you're going to go and you're going to shop once. You're going to grocery shop for everything you need, so you'll have to do a little bit of meal planning. I want to see one receipt next week, okay?
Okay.
Coming up, a little role reversal. We're going to give Richard an opportunity to be the leader, and we're going to give Cheryl the opportunity to be a Richard. Cheryl and Richard had little to show for their six-figure income other than a garage full of stuff for the kids.
Stuff.
Spending it faster than they make it has forced them to consolidate their debt to their mortgage 3 times.
I don't see myself cleaning teeth at 65.
Cheryl's feeling the pressure of always being in debt, and Rich just wants to know where the money's going.
I'm the one who does it, not you.
I care.
I've challenged them to control their spending and live with less stuff.
Stuff.
If they can accomplish all my challenges, I'll give them up to $5,000 to help them pay down their debt.
Do we have any taco stuff? Oh, we do.
My latest challenge is for them to plan their spending.
Is there broccoli and apples?
Cheryl has to meal plan for the week and shop only once. And Rich has to find some extra cash to create a float to buy those supplies for his freelance jobs.
This is the money from the garage sale. Plus, I'm gonna take 100 from what was left. It was nice that the money was there to buy the material and not worry about Cheryl's end when she's at home trying to pay the bills or anything.
It's a lot less stressful for me.
So you had to meal plan this week and shop once.
Yes.
Did this save you some time?
It was fast
Yeah.
and not as expensive.
Let's see now. Faster and not as expensive. Gee, is this something you're planning to do in the future?
Okay, Gail.
Good. So the float Did you figure it all out and find money for the jar and all of that
Yes.
sort of stuff?
Yeah, it worked out well. I took the $160 from the garage sale.
Right.
And I took $100 from the first week, that
Okay.
leftover money, and I built my float.
And now you know actually how much you're spending on your...
Exactly. I know exactly what I'm spending and pay myself back once I get paid from the jobs.
All in all, the week has been successful.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Are you fighting?
Always. But not for money.
Are you fighting over money?
No, not over money.
Okay.
No, we seem more relaxed.
It's a good thing they're feeling a little less stressed because my next challenge could be the toughest of all. This is your relationship rescue challenge. This is about developing respect and trust when it comes to managing the money. We're going to give Richard an opportunity to be the leader, and we're going to give Cheryl the opportunity to be
Richard.
the follower.
All right.
I am sending you for a Latin ballroom dance.
Hey, we won't. You know what?
You know how hard that's gonna be? We're never gonna get the money now!
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
For Cheryl and Richard, making good money means they have lots to spend.
We're in a time of our life where we feel we deserve it.
That attitude had them headed for their biggest debt ever. $630,000 in 5 years. Richard lavishes their two boys with stuff.
You know, Dad, we would really like this, Dad. And I said, well, okay, well, don't tell Mom.
But nobody's counting the cost.
Because I just pay things. I don't budget.
My final challenge will encourage them to keep in step when it comes to their finances. You will be learning to tango.
We won't. You know what?
You know how hard that's gonna be? We're never gonna get the money now!
If they can accomplish all my challenges, they could waltz off with up to $5,000 to help pay down their debt.
We're going to learn how to dance. And the challenge of learning how to dance, what we have for that is actually 3 T's. We've got teamwork, we've got trust, and we've got tenacity.
A step, side, close feet.
A walk
Step and dip.
and stretch upwards.
Communication is what we need to make this thing work out between Cheryl and I.
And then tango attitude.
We haven't been this close in a long time.
This is it! I think we've done enough!
How does it feel to follow?
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you went dancing. You had a great time. Did you get to lead?
I was the leader.
Was it fun?
It was exciting. It was like,
Dating again.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was fun. We had a good time.
So what do you think about the whole 4 weeks?
It's changed our life in a way where we're both involved now.
When I got here, you guys were headed to $630,000 in debt. I just want to tell you how much progress you've made. We're not going there anymore. We set aside $1,200 a month for debt repayment, and you stay on course. You'll be debt-free in 3 years.
3 years.
3 years.
3 years.
We also set aside $400 in savings. You stick the $400 for savings in a retirement plan. Use any tax benefit that you get to boost the savings at 7%. And in 25 years, you'll have $620,000 when you're ready to retire. Just stick that $400 away every single month.
Is that right?
That's it?
That's it. So here's where we've come from.
That's really good.
$630,000 in debt, $620,000 in assets. I would say we've made some progress.
Don't touch the money.
Yeah,
in
don't
the
touch the money.
account.
This week
How
we
could you
were-
buy that? Why did you buy that? We don't do that anymore.
No.
So Richard, you cleaned out this house, had that fabulous garage sale, and you also cleaned up that mess that happened with your business expenses versus the family money. And Cheryl, you found out that shopping once is actually quite satisfying.
Yes.
And the both of you learn to work as a team together, learn to respect each other and the inputs that you have to the family. So I think you've done a great job. And so I have something for you. A check for $5,000 to help you pay down your debt.
We did it.
Sweet.
Thank you.
But you know what? That's not all. I have something else for you too. First of all, I have a family day out
Cool.
that will include a science center outing. And I also have for you a romantic dinner
Oh.
so that the two of you can bat your eyes and make nice.
Yeah.
No dancing.
That's up to you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Money's one thing, but a relationship
It was a
is
simple budget and focus on
You
the
follow
family
her
as well.
budget, the stress is relieved, and then you guys, then you can become one again.
Yeah.